Hello, hello. Let's see. Let me double check everything is working real quick. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. It looks nice. All right. Oh, how is it going, everybody? All right. So, as you can see, right now I am working on the plugin. Let's see. How do as you can see, this might be a second. Hang on. How do I pop out chat? Pop out chat. There we go. And then let's see. Properties. How do I add a new window? Maybe I'll do game capture. Actually, no, window capture. Display capture. Let's get capture 2. And I'll select. Oh, this is the wrong setting. Whoops. Window capture. There we go. Window capture. Select a window. Pop out chat. Can you guys see that? Okay. And then crop. How do I crop this thing? Filters. Effect filters. I can sharpen it. What would that do? Nah. Okay, that's kind of cool though. I'll add sharpen for sure. And then do they have, let's see, chroma blend mode. There we go. Okay, put the blend mode above, and then we'll set it to addition. I don't know if it's working. You know what? No chat, no chat. Goodbye chat, sorry. There we go. Yeah, let's just do it like this. Okay. So, let me turn down the audio a little bit. So, here we go. So, basically, working on the plugin. So basically, I'll kind of show what is going on right now. If I go over here, right here, yeah. So if I'm gonna real quick move this away, and I'm gonna show you what I've got so far. So this is kind of the weapon generator plugin. It's a plugin where you kind of yeah, you kind of throw in your weapon. So let's say I select a hello there, what's up, FDJ or FDF HJRF. Bro, how's it going? But yeah, I was just gonna go through kind of what the plugin is doing so far. So you got these two little characters, and they're like the representation of the player, basically. So if I were to select an item, you can see. Oh, I might have to fix that actually. Yeah, you select the item, and then maybe it's because I got my selection tool on. Yeah, let me real quick turn that off. And yeah, you can see you got the tool, and you can select a different body part to equip it to the different body part. This is gonna be where it looks like on your body when you're unequipped, like when it's a sheathed item. So let's say you would not want it to be like this. You'd probably want it your body, and then you'd want it position Z a little bit backwards, and then press to pause. That way it doesn't rotate around anymore. Rotate, and then let's rotate it 180. So 180. There we go. Let's also rotate this maybe 90. How did that? Oh, that was the interval 90. Yeah, I mean, I think it would actually be negative 90. So let me try negative 90. Yeah, there we go. And then try this. Oops. Is this like a tool grip? So actually, yeah, it's similar, but I'm actually not using tools. I had to make my own built-in version just because I ran into a couple of issues with the tool grips and stuff like that. So I basically made my own version of tools, and it's just models. But yeah, that's kind of the reason why I had to build my own personal plugin as well, just because it would make it easier for using the systems and everything. But yeah, that's kind of what's going on. Let's see. So yeah, that's what I've got so far. None of this exports into files or anything yet, so that's what I'm gonna do in this video. But yeah, okay, there we go. So this is the code for it right now. It's not that long. It's most of it's over here, and then I was gonna make a video for this too, but I have it recorded. I just haven't edited it at all, so unfortunately it's in the backlog right now. But yeah, let's work on this thing. So last thing I was working on, let's see. Usually I can just go like to do and then look what else. 0 matches. Okay, to do. So make comment. Oh, that's not what I'm looking for. So let's see. Last thing I was gonna do, that's right. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and disable the plugin real quick, and then I'm gonna set this one into the starter GUI. Yeah, so this little portion right here, which is, I believe this. No, it's one of these. Let's see. The plus minus buttons are broken. So here, let me show a little bit again. But yeah, that's actually because I have the interval to 0.25. So it was at 0. So if I set it to like 0.25 and I start clicking, you can't really notice just because it's like 0.25, but technically it is rotating just a little bit. So if I set the interval to maybe like 10, then it would be a lot more noticeable. And you can kind of see, there we go, plus and then minus. And so it kind of changes like each of the rotations. So you can see this one rotates like that, this one rotates like that, and the reason I have to do it like this is just so that I can easily position the tool on like a back however I want without having to go into the code and everything. I can just do it like this, and it's pretty easy like that. But yeah, that's kind of what's going on. But yeah, so this is gonna be what was I gonna do with this? Oh, I forgot. I was working on it like yesterday, so I kind of forgot what this thing does. Yeah. So that's kind of what's up. But yeah, I'm gonna add and also yeah, I did work on. I finished the fishing system. There's like 1 or 2 bugs, but I basically finished it. I don't think I'm gonna touch it for a long time. It has all the functionality working, and I had like a birch fishing rod and a pine fishing rod, so it's got the 3 tiers that you really need. So that's that as well. But yeah. Okay, let's see. So okay, first of all, I'm gonna set the transparency just a little bit lower, just so it fits the view. There we go. And then let's add another one. So frame, and this is gonna be, let's see, size. Let's set the size to x1, 0, and then let's set it to 0.2, 0. Actually, that's a bit too big. Let's try 1. Nice, there we go. And so what's this gonna be? Let's see. Let's actually turn it into scrolling frame as well. Actually, I forgot what I was gonna do with this. Let me go into my to-do real quick. Oh yeah, that's for something else. Let's see. Exit this. So this is kind of my to-do right now. Let's double check to see what I was doing. So weapon building system. Oh, that's right, animation. Yeah, so it's gonna have to load in animations. So yeah, this is gonna have to be a scrolling frame for sure. I'm basically just gonna take the size for this, and I'm gonna set it to this. And then I'm also going to set the position because I'm going to replace this one. So position, copy this real quick and then paste it over here. There we go. And then I'm going to take this, move it over here, and then delete this one, and then remain this to add, what was it called actually? Let me double check. Add gear UI. Add gear UI. I don't know if that's the right name. Let's see, idle animation preview, left hand, right hand, animation toggle. So this is going to be the swap hand, yeah. Attacking animation preview, that's going to be that. Attack button to simulate player attack, that's also going to be that. Those, I think, are the same. General item stat system, same as before. That's actually going to be built in already, so I don't need that. Idle animation preview, press button to attack, so yeah. I wrote the same thing like 5 times, whoops. Yeah. And then weapon building plugin. Let's see, so yeah, we're gonna have to do the animation importing system, and that's what we're gonna be doing right here. So let's recall this the animations, and so let's see, so we're gonna have attack animations. Actually, let's do this left attack animations, and then we're gonna duplicate this to right attack animations. So this is gonna be where I'm gonna import animations, right? Let's move this a little bit to the left. So we'll set it to like 300. There we go, perfect. So yeah, this is, oh, actually, maybe I'll rename this to left attack animations, and then I'll rename the other one to the right ones. Alright. You can make animations inside this plugin too. So actually not inside here. I'm gonna have to do that manually in like a, I would not, I was thinking about doing Blender, but I kind of came to the realization that's probably faster to just do it in the studio itself. So yeah, but I'm gonna have to do the left hand or the right hand animations, and then basically I found a plugin where you can kind of flip it, and so I can automate the left hand animations. That way you can hold the sword in your left hand or right hand. But yeah, that's kind of what's going on. Let me go ahead and set the transparencies for these ones to 0.7. And then these ones, this size happens to be pretty big. Let's see. I'm wondering why this is too big. It must be because these are, let's see. Okay, let's go ahead and swap these to scale or offsets. Or scale. Yeah, scale. There we go. And these ones, I'll set these also to scale. Whoops. Yeah, sometimes with these UI stuff, it can be kind of weird because the scrolling frames are a little bit interesting. I always have a couple problems with them here and there. Let's see. I could probably copy off my old one actually. Let's see. Because I had to do it over here as well. Yeah, I could probably copy this. And then I had a storage for the values as well. Okay, but yeah. Let's go ahead and paste this in. And then let's set the position real quick. Or actually, we can probably just copy the values here. So position. Copy this, paste it into here. And then size. So size would be this. There we go. And then now we could probably delete this one. And yeah, now we don't have to mess with doing like crazy stuff. Is this familiar to animation testing? So I would say this is probably a little bit different actually. Let's see. How would I explain it? So actually no, the thing I'm doing right now would be animation testing, yeah. So basically this is where I'm going to import animations. Like I would type in the animation right here as like a text box, and then through that it would import, and then I could press the attack to simulate the animation on this little dude over here. And I'm there might be a potential problem with the animations where there might be a chance that the weapons might not be connected to the arms. But if that happens, then I'll have to figure out a different way to do it. But I'm hoping that doesn't happen, and I can just kind of test them here. If it doesn't, then that's too bad. But if it does, that would be great. But yeah, that's kind of what's going on though. But yeah, let's rename this to left hand. Whoops. Oh man. Do left. And copy this and then set the position again real quick. So 4 point. Was it? Oh, that's so let's set it to. Whoops. Let's try 4.5. That might be a bit too much. Let's try 45. 4.765. Yeah, good enough. Yeah. And yeah, the reason I had to do this is because that way I don't have to reset up all the settings for the scrolling frames, because sometimes it can be a bit interesting. But yeah, text value. Let's see if any of these have a text value. We could probably use this one. Yeah, let's try using this one. So let's go over here, copy this, and let's double check to see how this would look inside here. So we're gonna paste it in here. Okay, there we go. If you paste the animation in the text box, it would load the animation so you can start to simulate it. Yes, exactly. And so I'm gonna have to simulate it inside the plugins code as well. So I would have to like build some functions over here, and I would have to like import a couple stuff over here and everything. But yeah, you kind of have the general idea though, so that's really good actually. Yeah. But yeah, basically I'm just importing the animation here. So I'm gonna real quick. Let's see. I don't need this. I just need the animation ID. So animation ID. And then I'll go ahead and do some test animations to make sure that it's working and everything as well. Because I do have a couple attack animations that I've already built up, so that's what's going on. And then yeah, so let's see. And then we're gonna have to set this size to 1 for the X value. So size, where is it? Size. Is the size being set over here? It might be setting cell size. Yeah, let's set that to 1 real quick. Oh, not 0.1. Whoops. There we go. Nice. Now it fits the whole entire thing, and also we want it to be a little bit smaller just because I don't like how it looks so thick. But yeah, there we go. Perfect. And then the text value. Let's just go ahead and type in. Where is it? Apple. Let's search for Apple. Oh no, text. Oh no, I'm searching in the wrong thing. Right here, text. Text, Apple, and we're gonna replace this with the animation ID. So yeah, we're gonna paste it inside of here, and then also we're gonna have to set the position size to 7. Let's try 8. There we go. Let me double check that these are 0.1s. That should be 0.1. This should also be 0.1. And then let's see. Position. Oh yeah, I don't know why some of these values are a bit off, but no worries. Okay, perfect. That's everything set up. So the buttons should work. They technically don't work because I haven't coded the stuff to work yet, but this is what it's gonna look like. And basically, if I want to, I can duplicate it, and I can like type in the animation IDs here, and I'm gonna type them in here, and then when I do the attacks, it's gonna simulate these animation IDs. Oh, but yeah, these X buttons don't work at the moment. And for the first one, I'm gonna actually not want the X button. And let me real quick, animation slot. Let's just call it animation ID slot. Animation ID slot. And then let's see. We're gonna add a folder over here. Actually, not in this. Let's yeah, it's perfect. So we have the storage as well. So we can go ahead and copy this. And actually, for the let's paste this into the storage real quick. And then for the first one, we're gonna go ahead and delete the add button. Or actually, no, we're gonna delete the remove button. I'm wondering why this is popping. Oh, I wonder how that happened. That was interesting. This should not be in there. Let's see. There we go, yep. And then we remove the remove button for the first one, and then for this, we're gonna set the position to 0. And we're gonna set the size a little bit larger just to make up for the removed X value. Perfect. And now we're gonna go ahead and copy this and paste it into the right animations. Oh, and we're gonna have to also copy this UI grid layout real quick. There we go. So you can kind of see the animation IDs, you type them in, and this plus sign is gonna add new versions of this one from the storage. So let's go ahead and start adding references. So we're gonna go back to the very top and let's see. Do we have a reference to storage? We do not. Okay, perfect. So that means real quick, let's go ahead and get the storage. So local storage, and that's a folder equals, let's set it to tools. Actually, no, it's not going to be part of tools. It's going to be part of, let's see, script.storage. Yeah, I think it should be like that. Yeah, because it's on the same hierarchy as the WebInGen tools, which once I, yeah, there we go. And then yeah, I actually don't know if I need this. What is this? Oh yeah, this was for testing, so I don't need this anymore actually. Perfect. And so yeah, we got the storage now. All we gotta do is import animation ID slot. So let's go ahead and get a reference to that as well. Local animation ID slot, and that's a frame equals storage dot animation ID slot. And then let me real quick tab those over just so it looks a little bit easier to read. There we go. I'm gonna actually move this down like that. Perfect. So now that we got the animation ID slot, we're gonna have to set up a connection to the clicking of this button as well. So let's see. How are we gonna do that? That's gonna be through new local function. I wonder if there's an easier way to do it. Let me see if I made something for this already. And actually I could probably do plug f dot. So let's see. Plug f dot. Oh man. Oh, it's not auto finishing. I wonder if I could do it here. Plug f dot. Ah, it's not popping up. There we go. Okay. Init. No, we don't need those. Yeah, active. Show UI. Yeah, unfortunately, we got no functions for button press. So that's all right. All that means is that we're gonna have to do it manually. So let's see. Let's get kind of where this is. So this is gonna be inside of the left attack animations, and then it's gonna be animation ID slot. So let's see. Do I already have a reference to? I don't think I do. Yeah, because this is a new thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and copy this real quick. Where should I drop it? Let's drop it right here. Yeah. So local left attack animations is gonna be a scrolling frame, and that's gonna also be equal to, oh wow, perfect. Left attack animations, right attack animations too, yeah. Let's see. I don't think we want that, but I think that is right though. And then let's see. So yeah, we just want the animation ID and then the add button. So local add button is gonna be a text button equals yeah, there we go. Add button dot tools, or no, we're gonna do, or actually no, we're gonna have to do one for each one. So we're gonna do left add button. Left add button equals tools left attack animations dot animation ID slot dot ID slot dot and then animation ID. And that's gonna be a so we want the add button actually. Whoops. Add button. There we go. Let's copy this and let's make a right version of it. So basically the only thing we're gonna be changing is just every time we say left is just gonna be right. There we go. And that's just to connect to this side. So we did the left and we did the right now. There we go. So now that we got those out of the way, all we gotta do now is connect their click buttons. So when we activate the buttons, it's gonna call a function that's gonna add a new version of the storage version. So yeah, let's do that real quick. So paste. Whoops, did I not copy it? I might have forgotten to copy it. There we go. Copy, Control C, Control V, dot activate connect function. And then we're gonna add a, let's see, we're gonna add a local callback real quick. So local function add, and then what are we gonna call it? Let's see, add animation ID, add animation ID slot. Let's just call it that for now. We can always change the name anyways. So we're gonna add the callback right here, and we're actually gonna want to do this for the left side as well. Left add button. And you know what, within the args of this real quick, we're gonna also want to add the scrolling frame that we're gonna be doing. So let's just do SF scrolling frame, and that way we know which scrolling frame to add to. To do add to SF scrolling frame a copy of the, let's see, what is it called? Storage dot animation ID slot. Animation ID slot. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. So now all we gotta do is import the left attack animations. And actually, let's real quick add SF to the end just so I make sure I kind of know what it is, because at the moment I don't know that it's a scrolling frame just by the variable name. There we go. And let's do that for the right side as well. Whoops. There we go. Perfect. And now we got the reference to the scrolling frame as well. So all we got to do now is SF dot. Actually, no. Let's go ahead and get a copy clone. So let's do the. Did we get a reference to the storage version of the? I'm pretty sure we did. Yeah, we did. Perfect. So all we gotta do is copy this. Oh, we're getting an error. Let's see. Oh, that's because we forgot to rename those. Whoops. And yeah, let's get a copy reference to this as well. And now we're gonna do copy equals, and this is gonna be a frame equals this clone. Now that we got the clone, all we gotta do is set its parent to the SF. And I think that's about it actually. Let's see. No, we're actually gonna have to connect its own copy version, some general functions as well. So let's go ahead and make a new function. So local function setup animation ID slot. Yeah, and we can just call it like this, and we're gonna need a reference to it. So slot frame slot dot, and we're gonna have to connect the. Actually, we're gonna have to do basically the same stuff as this. So slot dot, and then let me double check the names of everything. So slot dot add button dot activated connect. And then we're gonna do function right here, and then within this we're gonna basically just do the same callback. So we're actually gonna want to probably put this over here just so that we can, just because I set it as local functions, so the hierarchy for when you call the function kind of matters. I could have done global functions. I don't know. You know, maybe I should start using global functions, but at the moment I just do local because, you know, I don't even know why I do local. Who knows? But yeah, either way, as long as it works, I guess. Add animation ID slot. And then let's do SF for, let's see. We're gonna have to actually import the SF as well. SF scrolling frame. And we're gonna call that in... Oh, I spelled animation wrong right here. Animation. Actually I wanna set it up over here. So let's go ahead and do it right here. Dots. And let's actually do... Oh, you know what? This is gonna be interesting because to call it, we're gonna need this, and to call that, we're gonna need that. So I think I kind of need to make this into a global function. That's kind of interesting. Whoops. So technically I could throw it down here. Yeah, there we go. We'll just have to do it like this. Either way, as long as it works, it works. And then yeah, so set up animation ID slot. Oh, we're gonna import the slot. So basically we're gonna do... Copy this real quick. And we're gonna also need the SF, which is SF. Perfect. Nice. And now all we have to do is this. SF, there we go. And slot dots, let's see, remove button, and this is gonna basically just destroy itself. That activated, connect, and then function, and then we're gonna basically just do slot destroy. Perfect, yeah, exactly. And then what else? That's actually it. Yeah, that should be it. I could do like a thing right here where I could set it to only be numbers, but in the end, I don't think it really matters too much. So we'll just do it like that. You know what? Actually, maybe I will do that. So let's go ahead and get the script for only getting the number values. Yeah, let's do this. So let's go ahead and copy this. So, and we're gonna need the slot dot animation ID dot or get property signal change, or was it get changed? Get property change signal. Yeah, whoops. And then connect that to a function real quick. And within the function, we're gonna, oh yeah, we're gonna have to set it to text as well. I forgot about that. Yeah, we're gonna have to get the text. Oh, what does this AI thing doing? There we go, copy that real quick. Oops. Throw that over here, and then text. Let's actually do this right here. So we're gonna copy this, paste this, copy, paste this. There we go. Yeah, I think that's it actually. I think that's it. That should work. And then let's see. I think we're good to start testing. Let me double check, make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Yeah, okay, perfect. Let's go ahead and export our version of it. So let's remove the old version of the plugin. And then let's go ahead, add tools. Oh, we gotta real quick export it as well. So let's go ahead, save as local plugin. Let's replace the old version. Animation slot ID is not a valid member of folder. Let's see where that is. Oh, that should be capitalized. Let's try it again. So say as local. Perfect, that time it worked. So now that we got the new version, let's go ahead and add tools, local plugins. Okay, and then seems to be working. Nice, and it works on this one as well. I am noticing, yeah, it's starting with this big number. I don't really like that. I think it shouldn't do that. But yeah, you can see it is working. You can add the plus sign. These ones should also add, and you can easily remove. And so the reason I'm doing it like this is so that if I were to want like a weapon that has like longer combos, so like it maybe your attacks combo has like 10 animations versus like your spear has like one animation. It's just like stab, stab, stab. So like with that one, it'd maybe just be like one animation ID. But for like your sword, where you can like swing it, swing it, swing it, maybe it'd be like 3 animations, and so you could easily set it like that. But yeah, there we go. And And yeah, I mean, it seems to be working pretty well. All we gotta do now is set it up so that when you type in the animation ID, actually, let me double check. Oh, you can type in letters. That's interesting. I wonder for these ones. So yeah, you can't type in letters for this one, but you can for this one, because we set the initialize the animation text box to only be for these new versions. So I'm gonna actually have to real quick fix that real quick. So let's go ahead and remove this and then remove the tool. But yeah, the reason why it's doing it is because we didn't call it on itself as well. So let's see, how are we gonna do this? Let's see. Yeah, it'd probably be easy if we put this in an if statement. So if slot dot find first child remove button, then we know that we have the remove button, because I have to do it like this because for the first ones they don't have the remove button, so I have to make sure that there actually is a remove button or else it'll crash the plugin. So I just put it in if statement. But yeah, and now we can call this on itself as well. So set up animation ID slot. We're gonna call that on, let's see. Where would it be? Left animation would be this one. So actually, instead of connecting the buttons, we're just gonna have it like this. Left animation ID slot. Now we're gonna do one for the right. And then we're just gonna initialize them with the new function that I built. So yeah, we're gonna not need this anymore, and we're just gonna do dot function setup, or no, let's just call, and yeah, setup animation ID slot. We're gonna set up the left one with the left SF, so it's gonna be SF. Let's see, do I have any reference to it? I might have to copy over here. SF, yeah. There we go. Let's tab these over as well. And we're gonna do for right. There we go. And that should work. Let me double check. Save and export, save as local plugin. Real quick. Override, and then add tools, local plugin. And now, yeah, no longer we can no longer type in letters. And let's double check that the plus sign is still working. Yes, everything still seems to be working. Perfect. And one thing I did notice, it's inside here. Let's go ahead and set the text to nothing, because it's a bit odd to have it initialize with all those random letters. Yeah, let's remove that. There we go. That way it'll just start with animation ID. But yeah, there we go. All we've got to do now is set up the swap side button right here. Set up the attack button. Let me go ahead and type that in the to-do as well. So over here, set up swap side button. Set up attack button. Or actually, we already did that. Set up swap hand button, and that's gonna be for this one, and this is just so that I can test both the animation types. Yeah, perfect. Looks good to me. So yeah, let's do the swap side real quick. That shouldn't be too hard. So that's gonna be with the, let's go ahead and get a reference to it. So I wonder if I already have a reference to it. It doesn't seem like I do. Yeah, I don't. Okay, perfect. We'll just have to do that manually. So swap side button. Let's go ahead and copy that text real quick. And let's just add it right here. So local swap side button, and then text button equals, and then let's set it to tools. That I think it's straight up in tools. Yeah, so we can do it like that. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and do one for the attack button and for the. Actually, let's do attack first. Yeah, attack button. That way, I just don't have to do it later on. Attack button, and then for this one, let's go ahead and do swap hand button. Swap hand button, and let's go ahead and move this one up. Actually, there we go. Attack button, swap hand, swap side. Perfect. And we're going to be working on swap side. So let's go ahead and get a reference to the swap side button. Now all we're going to do is we're going to, and actually let's see, I'm going to want to actually throw these at the bottom with the plugin setup. Actually, let's set them up before the plugin. Yeah, there we go. Swap side button dot activated connect function. So yeah, when we activate the swap side button, basically all we're gonna do is we're gonna flip the weapon. So let's say our weapon is like right here on our body. It's gonna flip it from here to over here. That's all we're gonna do. And so all we're gonna do is invert the x-axis, set it to a negative value pi, and the rotation is gonna be probably the harder part. But for now, let's just try and get the x-axis swapping to work. So let's see, do we have anything for that? Seems like no. No worries though, because I think I have a reference to the rig. And I have a reference to the items, maybe? Do I? Somewhere. Yeah, okay, sheath item. So we have a reference to the item. If sheath item, or if not, then return end. So this is just a guard clause just to make sure that the sheath item object isn't nil, or it actually is not item basically. So that's just gonna prevent crashes. So now that we got that, we're gonna basically just set its position, or how are we setting the position actually? So we're changing the let's see how I'm doing it. It's somewhere in here, let's see. When am I setting the value? Generate previews, destroy previews, update sheath, destroy previews, generate previews. It's somewhere up here. It's not this. It's when I'm, yeah, there we go. When I'm initializing the connectors. I'm only doing it once though. Let's see. So it'd probably be when I'm initting Poserat. Let's go ahead and search for that real quick. Polygraph init Poserat controller. We're only calling it once actually, that's interesting. Because we do have two of them. Are we not? Oh, I wonder if this one's actually... Oh yeah, this one isn't actually connected. That's why it's only... Oh yeah, I didn't even realize. Whoops. But yeah, so we're only having one version, so... Update sheath. I'm sure we could call this. Let's see what it returns. So update sheath. Wrapper for callback. Update sheath. Let me double check to make sure it's returning what I think it's returning. Callback. Is there a set one? Because I'm pretty sure I put a set. Get Poserat, callback. Oh, is there no set callback? That'd be a simple fix though for sure. It wouldn't be super hard. Oh Oh wait, are these different functions? Wait, this is all part of, yeah, it's all part of init pause raw. Okay. I wonder what I can do here. Next callback to the controller, yep. Calls callback controller each time the controller is used. Yep, sounds good to me. Wrapper for callback with controller's current state. There must be a way. It'd probably be as simple as setting the values. Let's see, it'd be probably up here. So yeah, we'd be inverting this. So whatever it is, we just multiply it by -1. You know what? Let's just go ahead and set up a local function. Flip, and we can call it horizontal. Yeah, flip horizontal, and then because there's a chance that I'm probably gonna use this a lot, so yeah, let's just set it up. Flip horizontal, and all we're gonna do is we're gonna return the flip horizontal function as well as a callback. So yeah, right here we're gonna do flip horizontal. And a callback to flip. That should be good enough. And then so yeah, all we're gonna do x pause times equals, oops, multiply times equals -1. I think that's literally it. I think that's literally it. And then yeah, we gotta of course call the callback as well. And since we're gonna have to call a callback, it's probably best if we throw it down here. So yeah, let's do callback. And the one thing I just realized is that if we're within the text box, it's not going to be updating the text box. So we're going to want it to update the text box as well. So if mode equals position and axis equals x, then we're just gonna basically set its text axis text box dot text equals, and then we're just gonna set it to xpos and then string version of xpos. There we go. And I think that should work. Let's go ahead and test it. So every time we click the button, what button? This one. Is it this? No, it's gonna be this for sure. But yeah, let's go ahead and set it up for the. Oh, are we getting it actually real quick? Yeah, let's go ahead and get the flip unsheath, and actually let's set it up as a second line. Flip unsheath, or actually let's do unsheath flip horizontal, or sheath flip horizontal, and we're gonna basically just call it right here. Yeah, I see. I think this should work. Let's go ahead and export it real quick. Save as local function, like local plugin. Perfect, and it seemed to export. Okay, let's go ahead and test it on a copper sword. So let's set it up to our body, move it back a little bit, and now all we gotta do is move it on the X a little bit, and then let's try swap side. Oh no, it crashed. So I've tempted to call a table value. Let's see. Access.textbox xpos. It crashed right here. So access text box. Attempt to call a table. I wonder if this is doing what I'm thinking it's doing. ToString. Oh, maybe it's because of that. I was assuming you could just do string and it would just do that, but I wonder if that's the reason why. Let's go ahead and retest it. So save as local, and then go ahead and add the tool, and let's double check to see if it's working. Come on, please work. So yeah, we're just gonna move it backwards, and then over here, come on. Yes, and it's working. So you can see now it flips every single time we click this. All we gotta do now is, let's say we rotate it. So it still works, perfect. The rotation, this is the one where it's gonna be a little bit interesting. So real quick, let's set the for rotation 45. Yeah, because like if it's rotated like, let's say like this, and we swap it, you can see it's not swapping from here to like here, but that is something that I would want to do. So let's see. So yeah, it would be as simple as swapping the Z value, actually. Let me see if there's any other ways to do this. So invert the Z rotation, and I'd also want to rotate this. Is it just inverting everything? I wonder if it's just inverting everything. And then if I were to set it to negative, no, we don't want to flip on whatever that was. So one of these, I think we're just not gonna want to flip it. So we do want to flip on this for sure. Okay, we don't want to flip this x-axis rotation, but everything else we do. Perfect, good to know. So yeah, all we're gonna have to do is set it up so that y rot times equals -1 and z rot times equals -1, and basically we're just gonna do the same thing. And actually, let's see, we can probably just do it like this. There's probably a better way to do this as well, but in the end, whatever works. That's all you have to remember. Rotation, let's go ahead and copy this, and then x, y, z, go ahead and set these, and come on, they should work. I don't see how this wouldn't work. And then we can test it to make sure it's working as expected. So let's go ahead and remove the tool, re-export the tool, save export, save as local plugin, add tools, local, boom. Okay, so now we select the copper sword, let's select the body, pause rotation, and then let's go ahead, set it, move it back a little bit. And okay, now we're gonna test actually let's set the position just a little bit to the right as well. And let's set the rotation. So let's say we just want it to be, let's go ahead and set that to 45. Like this. Yes, okay, that looks good. That looks like it's working. And for this one, let's go ahead and set this to this. Yes, perfect. Perfect. This is very good. Now let's go ahead and set this to like this. Is that expected? I can't really tell. Maybe it's easier to see from here. I think it's working. Yeah, it's working. Perfect. It's working perfectly. It's working perfectly. Great. So we got the flip to work. This is fun. But yeah, perfect. Everything is working. Everything is working. Now all we gotta do, let's see. I think the attack animation stuff. So let's go ahead, close that out. Let's go ahead and remove tool. Let's go ahead and what was I gonna do? What was I gonna do? I forgot. Oh man. Yeah, what was I gonna do here? Let's go back to the to-do. Let's make sure I swap side. Great, we got that to work. That was actually not too complicated either. That's kind of what I was expecting to though, so the rest is where it's gonna be kind of hard. We'll see how it goes for sure. For sure. Attack animations preview, attack animations importing system. That is what we're working on over here. And then yeah, actually I already did I finished the shop system. I just haven't imported each shop type, which is gonna be super easy as well. And then yeah, this is the plans for weapons. So you can see each of the weapons I was planning on adding. And the reason I haven't done it is because this the weapon plugin. I need it before I can import any of the weapons. But yeah, I'm gonna have to model out all these. So copper, iron, steel, silver, gold, platinum, mithril, astrolite, orichalcum, binary sword. I had a couple ideas with that. That sounded pretty cool. And yeah, armors. That's gonna be pretty hard, but I think I can do it. It shouldn't be too bad. Monsters. I had other ideas for monsters. These are just the simple ones I needed to get out of the way. So these are basic monsters, right? So, and actually, I already have the hog done, so let me add that actually as well. But technically, I don't know if it's fully finished just because I might add some more systems while I'm going through. So for now, I'll add hog, but it's not going to be finished. I'm not going to exit out. But yeah, items it drops. Lesser soul shard for sure. And it's gonna drop lesser hide. And that should be about it for the drops. Let's see, what else should it drop? Points. BTS. I think everything drops points though, so maybe I'll just cut that out. But yeah, you can kind of see I got a bunch of ideas. And I got a lot more ideas. One of the here, actually I could probably show this as well. Yeah, one of the biggest things I was working on was a huge design doc. So let me go ahead and pull that up. Can you guys see it? Yeah, so this is like a huge design doc that I was working on. Oh, could you guys see the chat the whole time? Whoops. But yeah. This thing is huge. So you can see 4 pages. That's because everything is closed. So if I start to like open things in, these are all my plans. This is literally the plans for like the whole entire game. It's gonna take a really long time. yeah, I open up skills and that's like 24 pages of stuff. But you can see this is all my plans. There's a lot of stuff here. I know how to, so the thing is, I know how to do everything. It's just I have to do everything. That's the only thing. So you can see like there's gonna be different tiers. There's gonna be tiers. I already have the plans for all the tiers as well. I already got the weapon designs finished. I just gotta model them and everything. Armor, yeah, they're pretty simple as well. Yeah, fishing. I actually already finished all of these. Cooking, yeah. Cooking is gonna be something that sounds kind of fun. It's gonna be a lot of modeling though, for sure. I'm gonna have to model a lot of stuff. It's also gonna be where like a lot of I'm gonna have to import effects, like particle, not particle effects, but like player effects. Like when you eat something, it gives you boosts. That's gonna be interesting. Potions. I kind of went with just basic potions, just because I don't want to go into like crazy, like 60 different potions that you can take in. Like, I think it's nice to just have the simple ones and have a bunch of tiers to them. That way I don't have to model as much too. That's the real reason why. I got crafting. Yeah. This is just plans though. This is all plans. Dialogue systems, yeah. Da 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 da. Companions. Yeah. I have a bunch of plans. So companions, those are like the little companion dudes that follow you. Mounts. Yeah. You can see I mean like the design doc it's not done either. But like I was working on a lot of ideas. Yeah, titles. That's gonna be part of the inventory as well. Instance dungeons. That's one of the ones that I wanted to do. That's not gonna be for a really long time, unfortunately. But no worries, no worries. Cause I am in it for the long run. There are so many plans. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It takes a really long time. I mean, so you can see though, like it's not like I've been doing nothing this whole time. This whole entire document, it took like a whole week. I think in total, yeah, it's 30,000 words. That's kind of a lot, but that's kind of what it takes to make a big game, I guess. I don't know, I might have bit off too much. But I'm gonna do it though. I'm gonna do it. Mark my words. But yeah, let's see. Storyline. Yeah, oh, I should probably not open that. But yeah. Let's get back to coding, because I kind of got distracted with that. Let's exit that real quick. What was I gonna do here? Yeah, so I got the flipping to work. I just gotta get the animation. So let me real quick, because I already have Shadow Gallery open. Let me go ahead and import basic animations. I don't know why this assistant thing keeps popping up. Let's see. Demo, no. Where did I throw my stuff? The reason I'm blanking is also because it's like 8 a.m. in the morning, so you know how it is. You know how it is. You know how it is. Assets, items. How many plans have you done? A lot. I mean, I would probably, maybe I'll go over like the plans like in a future video. But yeah, I have a ton of plans. The one thing is I don't want to talk about plans and then just like talk about them and then be stuck with them, because I don't know, it is a lot of plans. It's like I've been brainstorming a lot, so I have a bunch of plans. Probably a lot of them I might not even be able to get to, but I think that's alright. I think it's better to have big plans and get all the good ones in, at least for now. And I do actually, inside the documents, let's see, I had, let's see, where was it? Alpha. Yeah, these are the things I need to do bare minimum before I can do any alpha testing. And you can see it's actually not that, I gotta skip this song. But yeah, you can see it's not that much actually. So all I have to do, make the weapons. I don't know if I noted it down. Armor, yeah, armor for sure as well, weapons for sure as well, and then the simple monsters, trading, movement, and maybe like a single boss as well. I don't know if I added that around here. Yeah, I need at least one boss for sure. Let's real quick add a boss. So like simple boss. And yeah, if I can do those, these would be like the baseline systems for sure. If I'm able to import all of these, that would mean I've already made the systems to extend everything, and so adding more of anything would be super easy. Not super easy, but it'd be easier for sure. Because it'd just be the modeling and then the unique scripting. But yeah, so you can see, let's see, hunger. I'm not even sure about the hunger. I might add it to see how it feels, and if it's not good, I'm just gonna remove it, because I know for sure hunger can be an annoying system to add for any game. Movement, for sure. I want dashing. I mean, I think every game has dashing. It's kind of a necessity. Double jump accessory. This is just to make sure my accessory system works. Yeah, and then let's see, leveling. Yeah, it's not a game without leveling, so I need to be able to level up and everything. And then yeah, settings menu. It's just gonna be general volume and updating keybinds. Actually, I can probably show this here. I have a system for my keybinds as well, so it should be super easy to swap keybinds because I have it in my movement script. Nope, that's the wrong one. Controls handler. Yeah, because I just throw them here, so basically to update my controls, it'd be as easy as just swapping variable names. And then literally, it would just change my whole entire control system. So that's kind of how I did it, and I think the one thing is for sure the movement. I'm gonna have to add custom keybind controls stuff for that, but everything else, like the toggle sheathing, inventory, and everything, it's easy to like instantly, like if I want inventory to be like I, now suddenly if I press I, inventory is gonna open. So yeah, that way it's just easy to customize. And yeah, this is just to call the stuff and everything. But yeah, what was I doing? Let's see. I don't want to go into all my scripts. Let's see. Yeah, let's go ahead and close everything real quick. But yeah, let's go to. I keep forgetting what I'm doing. Yeah, I get really distracted. Sword. I had a tester sword. Yeah, let's go ahead and copy the animations from here. Scripts. It's probably in here. Yeah, there we go. That's all the animations. So let's go ahead and just copy this real quick, and we're gonna use this for testing. So let's go ahead, add it to here, and we're just gonna add it as a multi-line copy. And so basically all we're gonna do is let's go ahead and do left idle, and let's go ahead and copy this, left attacks, and now we're just gonna go ahead and copy all of these over. And then yeah, let me know if you got any questions for sure. Let me know if you guys got any questions. Yeah, let's go ahead and let's try and format everything the same. And yeah, so for right idle, we're gonna do it like this, and then for right attacks, it's giving me these automatic finishes. I wonder if these are correct. It looks right, actually. Wow, he knows. The AI knows. It's too smart. Oh man, AI is gonna take over. This is crazy. Let me double check make sure this is right. It is right. Wow. AI is gonna take over. That's crazy. Not for a while though. Okay, there we go. And actually, let me go ahead and copy this over to my to-do as well. Just that way I have a reference to my animation tests. There we go. And now all we gotta do is connect the attack button to actually play the animations. So actually, we're gonna have to load the animations. Oh, how are we gonna do that? We're gonna probably want a dynamic function that kind of just gets called every time we need it. So let's go ahead and throw that over here. So let's go over here. Let's set up a local function. Just call it dynamic animation update. And basically we're going to call this every time we get a what is it called? A new animation ID slot. Or actually, every time we edit a animation ID slot text value. So we're actually gonna throw it over here. And it's good, it's a good thing that we have this property signal update function, because that means that we can easily, oh actually, I'll just set this to a global just because I want to make sure everything is working. So we can easily call this, and then we're going to call this. And basically, what this function is going to do is it's going to update all the animations on the rig. So let's go ahead and get the reference to the unsheathed rig. Unsheathed rig. So this is the rig that we're going to be messing with. Dot humanoid. And let's see. I'm gonna have to remember how to load animations on rigs. It's probably in here somewhere. Yeah, so we're gonna have to do instance.new animations. And actually, real quick, we're also gonna have to load the animation. So we're gonna have to get another local function, and we're gonna call this get dynamic animations. Basically in here, what are we doing? We're gonna get, so basically, yeah, we're gonna have to get each of these animation slots, and for each one we're gonna get the animation ID, and then we're gonna put it in maybe a table, and then we're gonna return the table. And that way we have it all easily iteratable and everything. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So scrolling frame, we're gonna need the scrolling frames, which we already have a reference to up here, I think, somewhere. Yeah. So let's see. We're gonna need the left SF, right SF. We're gonna load. Actually, I'm gonna have to brainstorm this a little bit longer. This is gonna be different, actually. Let's see. Yeah, usually, if I was just coding by myself, I would just like go to the notepad and just like brainstorm it out. Honestly, I might have to, but that's gonna be really boring on the stream. That's the one problem with streaming. So like, a lot of this stuff takes a really long time, and I'm kind of just trying to rush it through because it's kind of boring to just be sitting for like 5 minutes doing nothing. But let's see. You know what? Let's switch to doing something more interesting, actually. I'll do this later for sure. But yeah, a lot of this stuff I can't just be doing on the go. Let's see, what can we do here? What can we do that's fun? What should we do? Any plans? Any plans? Any ideas? Let's see. Honestly, I could just work on music real quick. Yeah, I could work on music. So you could probably hear the music in the background. Those are songs I'm working on right now. They're just for like a album that I'm working on. And yeah, I'll come back to the coding later for sure. But for now, let's just do something to switch it up a little bit. But yeah, so yeah. Let's see, what type of song should I make? Keyzone. I love this. It's basically a piano. Yeah, let's just make a little bit of music. I mean, it sounds alright. It sounds alright. But you know what we gotta add? We gotta add a kick. Boom, 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 boom. I think we gotta switch up the piano. Da, 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 da. There we go. Oh, I think that is on the wrong rhythm. Yeah. Let's go ahead and fix that. Let's go ahead and fix that. And let's go ahead and fix that. Mm. Sounds alright. What's gonna add to it is gonna be the bass. We need a Reese bass. Watch this. Reese. We scroll down. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. Alright. Yeah. This is kind of what's going on. Let's see. Boop, 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 boop. Sounds alright. Let's try swapping this out with something. Maybe a plug. Plug. Let's go with this for now. And then riser. That one's a bit too long. Da, 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 da. Let's see, how is this gonna sound? We need an impact as well. Boom. This might sound really weird. It probably will. Let's see. Let's go ahead. Here we go. Hey yo, how is it going? Yeah, right now I'm just working on music because I got burnt out with the coding, unfortunately. But yeah, so this is the beat that I've been working on. It kind of sounds a little goofy. Hang on, I'll stop talking. Yeah, no, that's kind of what I'm working on right now. But yeah, I'm probably gonna swap in like maybe like 5 minutes just because I should probably get back to coding in a second. But yeah. And then let's see, we could probably actually move all these up. What type of music are you trying to make right now? Nothing in particular. You know, like I just do music for fun, like whenever like I'm super bored. So That's kind of what's going on right now. It's nothing like in particular. If you have any like ideas, give it to me. I'll throw it in for sure. It would be as simple as that. You know, so that's kind of what's going on right now. But yeah, I honestly have no idea what type of music I'm making right as well. But yeah, let's see how this would sound. Yeah, this is kind of cooked. This is not the best music I've ever made. 60. We'll call it 60. Number 60. Save. It's not empty. Oh, I'm saving to collapse. Whoops. Yeah, I'm gonna try and save over here. Yeah, I'll come back to this later. For now, let's get back to coding. I should have been coding this whole time anyways. But yeah, what was I doing? That's right, dynamic rig. Importing animations. So basically, yeah, we're gonna be importing the animations onto the rig. But first, before we do that, we gotta get the animations from the different slots. So basically, we're gonna have to go through every single slot inside the, what is it called? Where is it? The scrolling frames, yeah. So basically, let's go ahead and do it like this. This is a complete mastery. Well, I wouldn't go that far, but thank you very much. I will take what I get. Yeah. But yeah, yeah, let's get back to the coding. Let's see. Let's get the dynamic animations from SF. So yeah, basically what we're going to do here is we're going to iterate through each of this, the children of the SF. So let's go through 4 underscore, let's see, and we can call this slot in I pairs of this do. And basically all we're going to do is, yeah, we're going to have to do this. You know, one of the weirdest things I found is the AI code generation, because like this is exactly how I would do it every single time. And like now it just knows. It's so weird. While you have such a talent, you can code and make music, you deserve more than 60 subs. Bro, no. I mean, the thing is, a lot of it is kind of how consistent you are. I'm just not that consistent at like uploading. So like, even if you do say like I'm talented, like I don't think I deserve 60 subs. Like those were hard earned. Where am I trying to go with this? You know, all I'm trying to say is I'll take what I get, and I think 60 subs is more than enough for me, and I am very appreciative for anybody who follows along, you know. But yeah, let's get back to the coding for sure. Slot dot so yeah, we already know, because the guard clause, we know that this is a slot for sure. All we gotta do is do slot dot, what am I doing right now? We're getting the animation ID. So let's go ahead and set up a local animation IDs. And this is just going to be a table. Slot dot, or table dot insert, and we're going to insert the animation IDs. Oops, I spelled insert wrong. Dot insert animation IDs, and we're going to insert, let's see, what is it called? Wait, did you say 60 subs? Did I just hit 60 subs? What? I just realized, because I was at 59 like a second ago. Wait, I gotta double check. Oh, I hit 60. No way. Well, this is time for celebration. Thank you very much for 60 subscribers. Very much appreciated. Yeah, wow. I hit it in my stream. That's awesome. Nice. Next up is 70 subs. Yeah, you know how it is. You know how it is. But yeah, I keep spelling animation wrong. Whoops. Animating. And then value. We're gonna set the value. So it's gonna be, we're gonna have to go a little bit through the hierarchy. So slot dot animation ID dot text, and we're gonna convert this to a number. So to number. There we go. And the reason we can do to number without having an error is because we have this gsub function kind of call. So this kind of requires that it is a number, and it's going to reformat the text to be a number no matter what. So we know that it is a number for sure. That's why we can call to number without having any worries of it being like a word or like hello or something. It's going to be a number for sure. But yeah, let's see. Now we just got to run this all for the right side as well. Let's go ahead and do right scrolling frame, and then all we're going to do now is return animation IDs. And now that we got that, all we got to do is we got to call it right here. So let's do get animation IDs from SFs. Let's just do SFs just because we're going to do it for both. What am I going to call here? It has no args actually, so we should be chilling. Yeah, let me double check to see how I did it in the original version. So how are we loading animations? So we're instance newing animations, and we're going to load them as animation IDs, and we're going to actually have to throw in this rbx asset ID : // So for each, oh, you know what? It'd actually probably be easier if we have all the animation IDs instead of returning animation IDs. What if we returned animations? The one thing, let's see, we're loading the animations. So yeah, we'd have to get we're loading the animations on the animator of the humanoid. Actually, do we even have a humanoid animator? I didn't even realize. Let's see. Oh, we're on the wrong plugin. Whoops. Oh yeah, it does have an animator. Nice. That's nice. That's nice. Perfect. Let's get a reference to that though. So we're only gonna need it for the sheath version. So let's go up here and let's get a reference to it. So where am I getting my rigs? Yeah, right here. So it'd be on the unsheath. So local unsheath animator equals, and then unsheath rig dot animator. There we go. Nice. And then let's come over here. Yeah, so we're gonna be replacing all these animations with the animations actually. So all we're gonna have to do here for each of these is we're gonna instance new. And actually, let's go ahead and delete this one because we're going to replace it with the old one anyways. So instance or local animation equals instance.new, and we're going to call it animation. And now that we got the animation, all we got to do is animation dot, and how do we do it? Animation dot animation ID equals, and then rbx asset ID : / and then we're going to do the value. So we're going to do it like this. We're going to copy this and dot this, remove that, and then we're going to return the animation. And now all we got to do is copy this and paste it over here, and then replace this with right. There we go. Now that we got all of that, all we gotta do, and we're gonna actually call this animations, just because this is no longer the IDs. And that's just going to remove a step from all the rest. So now all we got to do is we got to run them on the track. Actually, and you know what? Oh, so we're going to add them to the animator track. Animator track, let's see. Actually, let's also play a little bit of music. Yeah, we're going to add the animator track. The one thing is, I don't know how we're going to get a reference to each animation. We're also going to have to add a little bit of stuff for like the combo. Unless I wanted that to be like uniform. Actually, let's see how I'm doing the combo on my original. So combos are task outweigh animation length times 175. So they depend on the animation length. Okay. I wonder if that's a good way to do it. I don't even know. I don't remember because like I wrote this code for the sword a few months ago. So yeah. You know what? Let's go ahead and rerun it. Make sure it looks good, and then if it works, then we can see how it feels. So yeah, let's go ahead, run into the animation, run into the game real quick. So we got the sword. Let's load up the sword. Maybe not this one. Tester sword. Where is it at? Okay, we got the tester sword on our back. Press F, equip it. Yeah, those animations are cooked, but they get the point across. But yeah, so I guess that's the actual animation speed. Let's see. So yeah, attack weight. Let's see. And we're adding the animations to attack animations, and then we're getting the combo value, and we're gonna iterate. Okay, that makes sense. And the rest of this, I'm probably gonna have to revamp it because I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we won't have to revamp. And yeah, this is just for the rendering stuff. This is so that when you like go full screen, your sword stays. Because I was having like problems with that, and like it would like glitch out and everything. But it would be weird. But yeah, I fixed it. So yeah, while I'm at it, you know what? Let's try and fight some pigs. Let's try and fight some hogs. Let's do this. Let's see. Let's dual wield. Yeah. Alright. Let's go fight some pigs. Oh, die. Oh my gosh. There's so many. Yeah, give me that money. You can see my money's going up also. Actually, you know what? I didn't show this in the video. So yeah, we have money now. It's in the form of points. And so I decided to do points instead of like coins or like money, or like dollars or anything, just because I don't know, it's a game. I thought points would be kind of fun. But yeah, let's see. So yeah, we can go to here. This says Forge. It's a shop. This is where you buy stuff. So you can see you can buy stuff for like 28 for an apple. Boom, 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 boom. You can see my points are going down. I just bought a bunch of apples. Let's see where my apple's at. I can search it. Apple. And so yeah, you can see it's in my hotbar right now. If I press one on my keyboard, you can see I'm eating the apples technically. It's not doing anything because I'm at full health right now. So if I go ahead and fight some monsters real quick. And I start spamming apples, you can see I heal super fast. So yeah, but real quick, let's activate sword ability. Boom. Let's kill these guys. Yeah. Oh shoot, I'm about to die. I'm gonna eat a bunch of apples. There we go. Full health almost. Yeah, and so I'm gonna have to add a cooldown for eating stuff for sure, because that was a little bit too overpowered. I re-healed to like full health in like 2 seconds. But yeah, yeah, you know what? While I'm at it, let's show the fishing system. So, fishing rod. Yeah, let's do the birch fishing rod. So you can see I got the birch fishing rod. It's nighttime, so you can't really see it super well, but this is the birch fishing rod. I click into the water, I throw the thing. And this is basically any other games fishing system, basically like Stardew Valley and whatever. They kind of just boom, little thing pops up. You just gotta make sure that this thing is inside the thing. And I caught a carp. This is what I just caught. I caught a fish, yeah. There we go, there we go. But yeah, yeah. So everything seems to be working. I kind of get how my animating system worked, so that's good. Let's go back over here. So we've got all the dynamics. We're gonna have to local animations equals that. So we got all the animations. And now we're gonna have to load them as tracks onto the animator. So let's go get the animator. Unsheath the animator, there we go. And let's see, how did I do it again? Load animation, where is it? Load animation, yeah. Load animation, and we're gonna load. Actually, we're gonna have to go through local tracks equals this for animation 4 underscore animation. Oops, comma 4 underscore comma animation and animations to and let's go ahead and load the animation. So let's do animation load animation. And now that we've loaded it, we're gonna local we gotta add it to the tracks. That's right. Track, yeah, and then we do not want it looped, yeah. Sheath animator. This is the animation track, so let's go ahead and animation track. And then track dot or table dot insert tracks. And we're gonna insert the track. And now that we got all that done, let's see, what do we have to do now? Oh, you know what? We're actually gonna have to probably replace this to SF, and scrolling frame here. And basically what I'm doing here is I'm gonna remove all that. Yeah, that looks good. And so now what we have to do here is we're gonna have to run it for each SF. So let's run it for left SF real quick. And this is gonna get our left animations. And left tracks. And left animations and left tracks. And the reason why I'm doing this is so that I can make sure all the animations and tracks are correct. And let's see, let's actually do, let's change the text here just so that it makes more sense. So we're gonna call these ones attack animation ID, and then for this one, this is gonna be idle animation ID. Oh, and we're gonna have to do it for both actually. So we're gonna delete this. And we're gonna paste this. There we go. And now let's see, what do we have to do here? What do we have to do here? Honestly, it looks good. What was I doing? Yeah, I had to run all this for the right side as well. So let's go ahead and copy all of this. Click and then paste it over here. Every time I see left, I'm just gonna... Actually, I could do Control H on left and then replace it with right. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. So now we got all the left animations, we got all the right animations. And all we gotta do now is... Let's see... play the animations. Let's actually test it real quick. Let's test it real quick. So print playing animations. Playing animations, and then we're gonna have to play the animations. Sorry. How long have I been streaming actually? Let's see. How do I check? Oh, I don't think I have it open. Whoops. YouTube. If I've been streaming for like 2 hours, I might have to end it here because. Let's see. For about 100 minutes, okay. Alright, I think I'm gonna end it here actually. I'm gonna end it here, yeah. Alright, let's see. I think that was pretty good. I got a lot of stuff done. Let's see, what else do I have to do here? Honestly, I'm chilling. Oh man, I'm tired though. Okay. Alright. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Nice. I need some outro music. I need some good outro music. Hang on. Wait. Yeah. No, not this one. Yeah, alright. Thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you guys in the next one. What am I doing? Alright, yeah, we're out of here. Okay, see ya. Bye.